is one of these projects that latest maybe 5 years or something, I tend to get attracted to projects with lots of young guys. And I think it's just a way for me to steal their energy and, and get into the new generation kind of texture and stuff. So when I started discussing this Dumbsday project with them, I was like, okay, I had to kind of, where's the humor? Am I going to understand the humor? And then I realized, okay, I can do what I always do. I can just get the part, understand the part, find his world and his mind, do my thing. The only change I do from a totally heavy drama movie or comedy is to just a tiny bit turn up the volume inside of every intention, make every intention even stronger. So that's my technique. I actually done quite a few, not very many, but a few movies which are more modern comedy where you can act it. Back in the days, comedy was like, okay, now we're doing comedy. Now I feel that the newer generations, they want me to be this drama actor and then just turn up the volume and make stronger intentions, and that's it. So I can't make a joke on stage or on TV that works. I couldn't make this. I love being around people where it's gonna be funny, but it's for real, kind of. This is my second TV series that I've done in Norway, where it's just lots of people around 30 or less. That gives a very different atmosphere. If everyone, the writers, the director, actors, if they're all fresh, it gives a freshness that I, like a Dracula, I suck their blood. Actually, it's quite serious, the thing behind it. When I finished drama school, I wanted to do theater. So I started at the National Theater, and all of my heroes were there, like 25, 30 years older than me. And I was really good actors. But sometimes I felt like, now you're repeating what you would have seen before. And I made this promise to myself, I'm going to try never to repeat. And I think reaching my age, it's very important to be, and you can't do that on your own. You have to go down and work with the new generations all the time. So it's my food. Curiosity is, I think, the main thing in our business. The curiosity. That's actually to love all stupid sides of humanity or humans and be curious. That's the main engine, I think. Perry, he's a doomsday prepper. He's been for 16 years. He's been prepping. Something very sad happened in his life. And he has I like him a lot. He has a measured IQ at 137, but that IQ, it doesn't help him in life, actually. When we meet him, he has been prepping for Doomsday for 16 years, and I think for every year he has been more and more narrowed and more sure, less and less doubt. So he's now very sure, and on level 3 in his consciousness, on level 3, it's just, he just wants a hug, kind of. I was very strict during the writing process that this has to be logic. If not, it doesn't work for me. It has to be logic, drama, thinking. Okay, there's a virus. They invented a virus, but they talked to lots of professors about making this virus that makes people very stupid. And it could happen, theoretically. And the whole story is logic in its own very strange way. And so the humor is, I think, lots of people who like it. I'm not sure how often they laugh when they sit at home, but there are definitely laughs. There are very strange, funny situations, but there are not like there are some jokes as well, but there are more like the situation and it's character driven. These people that we kind of we like them a little bit, but they're very stupid, but we like them. I don't know if that describes the humor, but yeah, well. again, what we always tell stories about is that we're just humans. We're stupid, nice humans who wants a hug. I remember, I'm not certain, but my wife remembers that through these 6-7 years we were working on Occupied, she says I was very infected by being a prime minister. So I started to feel that people should open doors for me all the time. But, but that's the downside of playing in prime minister for so long. That was just an amazing period for all of us working on close on the show, on trying to be. First, we made season 1. The first some of the reviews first were like, "This is too far-fetched," but well done. And then suddenly the world started to the wheels were going around. Donald Trump was suddenly maybe going to be a candidate for presidency, and things were about to. The paper started to write, "Wow, this series was predicted." That was. Suddenly we had a headline in Washington Post, the series that predicts the world of Donald Trump. And we started to, wow, we have been so good at and then we were eager on trying to make a season 2 where we also were ahead. Then lots of people in security, military, in intelligence and politicians had seen this season 1. So it was so easy to research season 2. People who really know stuff were really keen on giving us inside theories on. So we were again feeling that we were ahead of things, and then for season 3, season 3 hasn't happened. What happens in season 3 hasn't really happened in the world, but I hope it's not going to go that way. But the polarization of the world, there's no truth anymore. That's what season 3, which we shot, a few years ago. It's quite also ahead of things, and that's what my feeling was, that I was not only being an actor, because when the researchers called people around, high up in intelligence or something, they wouldn't get through. But so we had me doing lots of these first meetings. So I was in the script work, because I was the face that they would say, okay, yeah, we could, we can't really tell this, but it would be like this. We were using me as a tool to get through to real information quite a lot. So for me that was a project where I felt like real life and this strange world of storytelling just were interconnected. Yeah, it was really a great period. We were surprised by the success around the world, because it was not produced for Netflix, but they bought it, so we didn't actually. The producers didn't know that they launched it in the States. We knew that it was quite successful in France already, but suddenly it was American papers calling, and I didn't know that we were on in there. And then, so the international success came as a surprise, and and a great surprise, of course, for a small country. There has been some talk about it now, but we decided in season 3 that we end it. And actually, spoiler alert, but we decided that Jesper Berg should die. But in the editing, you don't see that. So